Hello. Have you ever had that experience of feeling burnt out? It's a pretty awful experience, isn't it? Where you get to that point of feeling like you just don't care anymore. You just don't have it in you to put any energy into anything. For me, as a counselor, you get to that point where you just can't see anybody else for you in your career, whatever that means to you. When you get to that point of feeling burnt out, you really need to stop and reassess what's going on. And generally, what's going on is you have become more and more disconnected from your higher self, from who you're meant to be, from what brings you pleasure. And so sometimes that's going to mean just taking a break, going on leave if you possibly can do that. But even just building in some short breaks, take stress leave if you can, just whatever you can to give yourself that time to just recover from this, because this is not a joke. This is really your body saying to you that it's had enough and it's not going to deal with any more stress, and it's giving you this kind of zoned out, don't care feeling like, this is it. It's over. I'm finished. And it's a terrible place to be, but it's not unrecoverable. You can recover from this. In fact, I like to think of it as a sort of a healing time where you can reassess what's going on in your life, and you can really check out with yourself. Are you headed in the direction that you really want to be headed in, or are you going off in kind of the direction that someone else expects of you? Have you got caught up maybe on that sort of, rat wheel? I'm not quite sure what to call that, the wheel that goes around and round and you can't get off. That kind of process where you get into a job or a career and you feel obliged to stay there even though you're not enjoying it. So, hey, Kelly, great to have you there. So if you are in that situation of being burned out, it's really time to reassess for yourself what is going on and do something about it. I'll do some tapping now to help you deal with that. But, it might be that you just need to take a break away from everything, away from your life that's getting to you, because it's just not working for you and you need to take that break. If you wanted to do some tapping, this is what you would do. So tap along with me and just say, even though I'm really burnt out and I really don't know what to do about it, I deeply and completely accept myself anyway, or at least I'd like to. Even though I feel really burnt out and I really just don't care anymore, I would really like to think that this is a time when I can reassess where I'm going in my life, and I can get back on track, on the track that I want to be on, not on the track that I've been pushed into or kind of abandoned myself on. Yeah, so on the crown, I feel so burnt out. Eyebrow, I feel so burnt out. Outside corner of the eye, I feel so burnt out. Under eye, I feel so burnt out. Under nose, it's a terrible feeling. Under lip, and I don't know what to do. Collarbone, it's really hard to find a way out. Underarm, but my body is telling me to just stop. On the wrist, and reassess. Karate, and get back to what pleases me, not what I feel obliged or responsible to be doing. And then just take a big breath. Now, those words might actually bring some issues up for you that you can actually really tap and clear. So you would just use the same process, tapping on the karate chop. Even though I have this thing, whatever the thing is, I choose to accept myself anyway. And you do that 2 or 3 times, and then you just tap up here all those points that we just did with the words of the problem. So in this case, it was burnt out, but it might be I feel really angry, or I feel really distressed, or I feel really alone, or whatever it is. Just tap and clear each of those feelings. Go one by one until you feel relief from each one. And then take some time, reassess your life. What is it that has got you to this point? Are you wanting something else that you're not allowing into your experience, for example? If that happens, just say, for example, you really want a career in whatever, and you're working in something else that's just the opposite, it's not where you want to be. That means that you've asked for something, but you're not going to it. You're actually staying stuck over here in that kind of asking energy, and that's always going to feel bad. So reassess, give yourself the time, love yourself enough to do that reassessment, and take some steps when you feel okay. If you need to, do some work with somebody, do that. Do some tapping work with somebody to clear the blockage of energy. Do some talking with people who, not necessarily people who will give you advice because that's their advice and their thoughts, but people who will allow you to talk to them and let you sort of reflect your words off them, hear yourself expressing those words out loud. That will help you as well. Don't push through it. Whatever you do, do not push through burnout, because you will just go down in a heap, and you deserve to feel better than that. And so, just claim that power back. Take some time to recover. Do some tapping work or counselling work to get yourself into a better feeling place. Love yourself enough to reassess where you are in your life and move towards the thing that brings joy into your heart. That's what you deserve. Okay, thanks for joining me. I'll talk to you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.